News 25 is brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, the owners of Northwest Academy are arrested, and a cloud seeding program is deemed a success. News 25 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Police arrest the owners of a school in Amargosa. It's Wednesday, February 13th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Northwest Academy owners are facing charges following a police investigation into child abuse and endangerment. Marcel and Patty Chapuis, who are the owners of the Northwest Academy located in Amargosa, have been arrested by the Nye County Sheriff's Office, assisted by Las Vegas Metro. This is following an investigation which resulted in one teacher, 29-year-old Caleb Hill's, arrest earlier this month for child abuse. Police say that a 14-year-old student and staff reported that Hill slammed the child onto the ground on several occasions. Officers took Mr. and Mrs. Chapuis into custody at a home in Las Vegas at approximately 1 a.m. this morning. The Sheriff's Office and Department of Family Services officials served a search warrant at the school in early February and interviewed all students and on-site staff members. Students reportedly told police during their interviews that they had suffered injuries and broken bones at the school and were denied medical care. Officials say that multiple juveniles reported rashes that had developed on their skin, the result of contaminated water, according to an evaluation by medical experts brought in by law enforcement. An arrest warrant was issued relating to unsafe water at the facility after an administrative order police say was not followed by the Nevada Department of Environmental Protection, addressing the high levels of water contaminants, including arsenic. The order, they say, mandated that all customers at the facility be provided with bottled water for drinking, cooking, and washing. As part of the investigation by the Nye County Sheriff's Office, detectives learned that the facility provided bottled water 3 times per day, but regularly ran out of drinking water for up to 3 days. During the hot summer months, students were directed to drink the tap water or go without. The students were also provided tap water when taking medication. Detectives say they learned that staff was directed by owner Patty Chapuis to cook and clean using the tap water. The couple is facing 43 counts of child endangerment. Police say that Patty has also been charged with 2 additional counts of child abuse stemming from 2 altercations with students. Both of the individuals were booked into the Clark County Detention Center and will be transported to face charges here in Nye County in the coming days. News 25 sources say that the staff has been asked to vacate the property by the owners as of this morning. The school, which houses over 40 youth, is rumored to be closing its doors in 36 hours. The investigation is ongoing. If you have any information, you're urged to contact the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 775-751-7000. Well, Desert Research Institute has several cloud seeding operations happening throughout the state to help fight the drought. Cloud seeding happens in over 70 countries all over the planet and throughout the United States. We caught up with scientist Frank McDonough to find out about the generators here in southern Nevada.
We have one program, we have one cloud seeder that's targeting the Spring Mountains. We installed it this fall. It's been running pretty much since probably December 1. We've had the project up and running. And we've had, as of about February 1, the latest numbers, we've been able to cloud seed 7 storms. The snowpack above 8,000 feet in the Spring Mountains has over 11.5 inches of snow water equivalent, and that's compared to 2.2 inches last winter. We produced about 1,200 acre-feet of snow up there. Snow water equivalent, that is. That's about 400 million gallons of water. And using the numbers for the Truckee Meadows up here, that would be to meet the needs of over 3,000 homes for their entire year. The clouds over the Spring Mountains fall into the temperature ranges where a lot of times you'll get nice clouds on there, but a lot of times they won't efficiently produce snowfall. And so what cloud seeding is the method to introduce an artificial dust particle. It's made out of silver iodide. It's released out of the cloud seeding generator. It goes up into the cloud, and it actually serves as an ice nuclei and creates the embryonic ice crystal. Once that embryonic ice crystal has formed, that crystal can quickly grow to snowflake sizes and fall out and add to the snowpack of the Spring Mountains. Silver iodide's been studied extensively. It's been used for almost 75 years, and there's been some projects in the Sierra Nevada that have been run for 60 consecutive years, and there's no evidence that the silver iodide is building up in the environment. It's still not observable in the background soil numbers, and there's no toxic effects that have been observed or are expected to be observed based on theoretical studies of silver iodides. The silver iodide particles are very small, and they get captured by the winds and get lifted up into the mountains, and it takes about anywhere from 15 to 45 minutes for those aerosols to actually get into the cloud and then have an effect and begin the process of creating new ice in the cloud, and then the snowfall falls out over the terrain above 8,000 feet.
Does this affect our local weather down here or just above 8,000 feet?
No, it does. You guys, the Pahrump is, when the storms come in, we're looking at the southwesterly wind direction. That's the usual wind direction where the Spring Mountains will pick up precipitation. The only people that are really affected would be like Lee Canyon and Kyle Canyon and the high peaks up there, and possibly a couple people off to the northeast. The program was initially funded for 1 year, so it potentially will be considered by the state legislature at this session, and if they agree to continue it, then it'll continue, and if they don't fund it, it'll be a 1 year project.
And more news when we return from this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, employment opportunities are up. Angela Miles reports.
Topping our news, President Trump is giving some wiggle room to the March 2nd deal deadline with China. The president says he might let the deadline slide if the two countries are close to sealing a deal. The trade war is taking a toll. The number of appliances imported to the U.S. from China dropped dramatically last month. Refrigerators are down 23%. Vacuums have fallen 14%. The Fed is concerned about poverty in the U.S. Fed Chair Jerome Powell says people in certain rural communities need assistance with education, access to credit, and business ownership. Job openings are at a record level high. The Labor Department reports job openings jumped 2.4% to 7.3 million. And a major investment group wants more than just a whiff of Cody. JAB Holding is making a tender offer to pay in cash for 150 million shares of Cody at $11.65.
Thanks, Angela. Well, during the last Board of County Commissioners meeting, they discussed a recent mistake regarding county employee retirement benefits.
So OPEB is other post-employment benefits. That's what the term OPEB means. They are post-employment benefits earned by employees during their career with the entity who will receive benefits after they are no longer employees of the entity. This is our retiree health care coverage. This is a cost that the county bears or the entity bears on behalf of the employees that serve their time for the county and are now retirees. The insurance benefits included are health insurance, dental insurance, and vision insurance. This OPEB liability does not include the PERS retirement. That is completely separate. This is primarily your medical care coverage in retirement from the county. OPEB does not require the funding of future payments, so we can continue as we are, or we can start looking into the future and planning for this, but there's no requirement to pre-fund. So this is Nye County's projected benefit payment, and I realize the print is really hard to see on the screen, but I would like to highlight in the bottom section where it has the graph, the light green color is our current retiree coverage cost. Our current retiree number is not going to change, but the future retiree is going to change. So that's the darker green color that you can see that gets larger as we move out into future fiscal years. In this slide, you can actually see, if you can read it, future retiree column and current retiree column. So as you look at this backup, you can see the future retiree costs are increasing, and then current retiree costs do increase but also decline as things change for those retirees. So what I'd like to highlight is this fiscal year we're anticipating $1.7 million in payments, but in fiscal 2048 we're anticipating $8.6 million in payments. This is if we don't do anything to start working on this liability.
So I'm aware. This is serious.
Easier said than done, though.
Scares you to death.
Right.
Well, I want to address the core root of the problem, which is we need to change CBAs. We need Tim? What do we need to change? CBAs, policy and procedures. How far do we need to go with this?
So these benefits are driven by the language in the CBAs, which were previously negotiated. Several of them are up for negotiation now, and obviously that's something that we're going to bring to the table. We are preemptively requesting your support for that, and that's one of the reasons why we're doing this presentation as well.
I apologize that I'm saying it this way, but I feel like there's been a financial irresponsibility, whether it be past boards or past management staff, but this is, you guys, $65 million floating around out there like this. That's just so financially irresponsible. Talk about bankrupting the county in one fell swoop.
I believe that's why she'd bring it to our attention.
Yes. It hasn't been addressed in past years.
You and staff should be committed for doing so. We've got to figure it out.
We do. Yep, it's a team effort for sure.
And we thank you.
Thank you.
More from the BOCC after this break.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured, need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Well, Nye County Treasurer John Prudent spoke to the commissioners about straightening out his office and inaccuracies as it pertains to property taxes.
We had a meeting yesterday, which is supposed to have the Department of D-Tax involved, but I guess the blizzard up in Carson City shut that down. But the people who were on that call were Dan MacArthur, the auditor, Savannah Rucker, Commissioner Koenig, Tim Sutton, and Commissioner Blendo. And in that meeting, Mr. MacArthur indicated that he had the reports completed and that we would be getting those soon. And that is inclusive of fiscal year end June 2018. He advised that he would get me a copy of the 2018 Bank Reconciliation and Treasurer's reports with the supporting documentation in the coming days. And I'm looking forward to getting that, so we have our starting numbers for working on the reports from here on out. He also advised that he'll provide me with the most up-to-date version of each Excel spreadsheet that his team used to complete the monthly bank reconciliation reports and monthly treasurer's reports so that we can use them instead of the versions of the Excel spreadsheets that had not been updated since somewhere around November 2017. From the report standpoint, I guess in the past, prior to the last couple of treasurers, there was a policy in place where with reports, as we're putting together reports for the state to wire monies, that there had been a third set of eyes, two sets of eyes in the Treasurer's Department, and then a set of eyes in the Finance Department. But apparently over the last year that has not been done. So we're implementing that and are starting to utilize some of the staff in the Finance Department to be able to do that third level of audit because people make mistakes. And sometimes you're looking at numbers, you're looking at multiple reports that have small printing, and it's very easy for people to make mistakes. So it's a third level. Additionally, we are identifying, we're trying to identify them proactively, but we are coming into a situation as an example where we received this letter yesterday from the Department of Taxation about a report, the City County Transient Lodging Tax Annual Report for fiscal year 2018. It was due August 15th, 2018, and NRS Chapter 244.3357 and Chapter 268.0966 apparently require the Treasurer's Department to do this report, but it wasn't done. So, unfortunately, we're still identifying outliers that are coming in of reports that haven't been completed by past treasurers, and to be putting together a list. And we'll also be going to DTAX. DTAX is a huge agency that has multiple departments that cover all different kinds of things, but to try and get a more complete list from them so that we can be proactive and be able to know when these reports are due and to be able to get them done prior to the due dates and make sure that they're audited correctly with the three sets of eyes auditing them, and so that the wire transfers that go out are as correct as we can make them.
And the Nye County Democrats are looking into the future. The group is having some events coming up soon for those interested in getting involved.
We are really excited. We're doing a lot of organizing throughout Nye County. So we're going to be going into the smaller towns. Like this coming weekend, we're going into Beatty. We're going to be doing some organizing, looking for some precinct captains, looking for their leaders in that community so that we can organize a little bit better and a little more efficiently. We're going to be at the town center. People can reach me on my cell phone at 951-208-8380. We'll be at the town center on Saturday, 10 a.m. there in Beatty on A Street. We're really excited about our pizza movie nights because what we're doing is trying to get the community together, let them know what we're all about, do a little bit of organizing there, hopefully depict some folks that want to be leaders and want to take on what their precinct is so that we can build precinct captains that way. The next one is on February 17th, 3 to 6 o'clock at K7 Bed and Breakfast on Hafen Ranch Road and Thousand Air.
That's going to be an event where you're going to have pizza, and there's also going to be a movie?
Yes, the movie will be Michael Moore's Fahrenheit 11/9. So that's a new Michael Moore movie. So we're really excited about doing things like that, kind of showing people what is real against what is fake and trying to make sure that we're getting good quality information to folks. We don't want to boast. We don't want to act like we're doing better than what we really are, but we are really busting through, trying to hit the rural areas, trying to make sure that we're known enough to where the candidates are going to want to come to us and we're not having to go into the bigger cities so that they're coming to us. We also meet on the third Thursday of every month at Comstock Park Rec Center at 6 p.m. We have a website, nyedems.org. You can reach us through there. You can leave messages for us. You can also find our Facebook page and that kind of thing through that website.
News 46 WeatherCam is brought to you by Glenn Lerner Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Let's take a look outside. I hear that there might be a change for your Valentine's Day weather. Michael Donahue has more after this break.
News 25. Weather is brought to you by Pahrump's best kept secret, Q Barbecue. Try it for yourself. Low and slow. Queued for 16 hours.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue. Today's highs. In Pahrump, it's 55 degrees. Amargosa, 57. 70 in Death Valley. 52 in Beatty. 41 in Goldfield. 40 in Tonopah. 48 in Fallon. And 45 in Fernley. For tonight, 47 degrees in Pahrump. 44 in Amargosa. 53 in Death Valley. 38 in Beatty. 28 in Goldfield and Tonopah. And 37 and 36 in Fallon and Fernley. Tonight in Pahrump, Cloudy skies, a low of 47 degrees, an average of 35. Sunset at 5:23 p.m. Winds out of the south-southeast at 12 miles per hour, gusts up to 17, and 20% chance of rain. For tomorrow, bust out those umbrellas because we have a 100% chance of rain. A high of 54 degrees, a low of 42. Sunrise at 6:32 a.m. Winds out of the south at 17 miles per hour and gusts up to 30. For our 7-day, we have that rain that we discussed tomorrow and some cloudy skies hanging out all through the weekend. Sunny skies are set to return Monday and Tuesday, and another chance of rain next Wednesday. Temperature-wise, we're going to be in those low 50s just through the end of the week at 54 and 50 degrees. On Sunday and through next week, we're going to be dropping down into those high 40s, just between 46 and 48 degrees. Our overnights are showing a very similar pattern, Thursday and Friday at 42 and 45 degrees. And on Saturday through next week, we're going to drop down into those low 30s, just between 31 and 34. And next Monday, we're going to get as low as 27 degrees. So with that, we throw it back to the desk with Deanna.
Thanks so much, Michael. Well, the National Weather Service is reporting record moisture leading to uncommon precipitation and heavy mountain snow. Major flooding is likely in San Bernardino area, likely in Owens Valley. There's a winter advisory for the Spring Mountains. Lee Canyon will be expecting 1 foot to 1.5 foot of snow tomorrow night, and Charleston Peak up to 3 feet of snow. Possibly 3 to 4 inches of snow in Kyle Canyon, with less than an inch in Lovell Canyon. Around a 1/4 inch of rain is expected in most desert and valley locations. Well, the Nevada National Security Site is currently accepting internship applications from undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral students. The site's largest contractor, Mission Support and Test Services, has more than 70 science, engineering, technology, business, and information technology internship positions available this summer. For more information, go to nnss.gov. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.